Welcome to Reddit Blue Pill Red Pill, where we go over Reddit stories and predict the outcome of the stories. Please listen and play along by typing in your choices into the comments. There are 5 seconds to answer, or you can pause the video. Today we have a story about a man who is being asked to not bring a guest to a wedding he is hosting. This story also has extra edits that add more details, so we will get a good look at the situation and its eventual outcome. All right, let's get on to the story. Original post. Here's the situation. Last summer, I bought my grandparents' house. This house was the hangout spot for my friends and I throughout our childhood. This includes my friend Dave. The house has a sizable amount of land, which includes a lake and a gazebo. I was supposed to buy the house with my now ex-girlfriend, Leslie. But going through the process of getting approved to buy, I found out that she has massive amounts of credit card and personal debt that she hid from me throughout our 4 years together. I decided to break up as a result. That was about 6 months ago. I met Leslie because Dave's long-term girlfriend, Kim, is Leslie's cousin. The OP bought his grandparents' house where he and his friends had many childhood memories. He was supposed to purchase the property with his then-girlfriend, but he found out she had massive hidden debt and he broke up with her. He then purchased the property on his own. What do you think about why the OP separated from his girlfriend? It must have been a massive amount of hidden debt for his to break up with her over it. But even if she did have hidden debt, what business is it of his? Plus, what kinds of debt were they? It is common for people to take out a lot of college debt, so that could have been a reason his ex had a big bill to pay off. Would you consider that as a reason to warrant not building a future with someone? But it could have also been debt due to poor spending habits and irresponsible spending. If so, then I could see his reasoning more. What do you think? If you would also break up with your partner if they had a lot of hidden debt, type Q1 red in the comments. If you would not break up with someone over that, then type Q1 blue. Dave and Kim are engaged and set to get married in April. When I was buying the house, they asked if they could have the ceremony at the gazebo, which I agreed to do. In December, I started dating again. Leslie has not taken this well at all. She thinks we're going to get back together and has tried multiple times to make that happen. I've told her in no uncertain terms that isn't happening. Dave and Kim have asked me to not bring a +1 to the wedding for Leslie's sake. I have told them that this request is ridiculous. This wedding is happening at my house, using my land, and I am not allowed to bring a date because of a crazy ex? If that is the case, then they need to find a new venue for the wedding. They are pissed about this, given the short time frame of when the wedding is supposed to happen. So we are at an impasse. Am I the a-hole? The OP's ex is the cousin of his friend Dave's fiancé. The couple asked to hold their wedding in the gazebo in the OP's property, and he agreed as he was in the process of purchasing the property. But that was before he found out about his ex's hidden debt and before he broke up with her. It's now December, and the couple has asked the OP not to bring his new girlfriend to the wedding out of respect to his ex Leslie. The OP is protesting and feels he shouldn't be inconvenienced because of his ex, and besides, the wedding is being held at his property, which he kindly offered to host. I can see the couple's point of view here. The OP's ex must be close to the couple, and they don't want any drama at their wedding. But it seems the one that may bring drama to the wedding is the ex, not the OP. The ex, Leslie, seems to not accept the OP broke up and had been trying to get back together. It's not the OP's fault his ex can't accept reality. He has been very clear with her that he isn't getting back together. Plus, the OP is hosting the event at his own property, so it's pretty inconsiderate to have him not bring a guest of his choice to his own property. What do you think? If you think the OP is the a-hole for saying if he can't bring whoever he wants as his guest or he won't host the wedding anymore, then type Q2 red in the comments. If you think he is not the a-hole and he shouldn't be punished over drama he has no control over, then type Q2 blue. There are 2 edits that the OP has written, so let's listen to the first one. Edit. I have seen a few things brought up a number of times in the comments, so I will quickly address them here. I am fully aware of the liability issues, which is why I purchased and they reimbursed me for a special event insurance policy, which will provide 100% coverage for any damages, claims, injuries, etc. to any of the property or persons up to $2 million. It is one of the first things we did after I agreed to have the event in my home. The wedding will have a maximum, if everyone comes, of 75 guests, 5 catering staff, and 5 security staff. The security is because this is an open area that anyone walking past can access. The house has hosted events twice this size, and logistically, it has been fine. On the property are 2 cottages, one with 1 bathroom and the other with 2 bathrooms. The only portion of my house that will not be locked during the wedding is the finished basement. The basement has 2 bathrooms. Every person who is single, i.e. not in an established relationship, received an invitation with a +1, including me and Leslie. This talk came after I sent in my return card and indicated I was bringing a +1. Now they are saying they do not want me to have the +1 because Leslie blew up about it and they are afraid of a blow-up at the wedding. Leslie indicated she intends to bring someone on her card. I do not know if she will actually bring someone.
The first part of the update involves details regarding the logistics of hosting the wedding at the OP's property. It seems this property has a history of hosting decently sized events, so the OP is familiar with the logistics to make everything run smoothly. The main update is regarding the OP bringing a guest. He was sent the wedding invitation, and since he is single, he had a choice to bring a guest, a +1. He responded that he plans to bring a guest, and that was it, no big deal. But once his ex found out he was bringing a guest, she freaked out at the couple, and the couple have gone back to the OP to request he not bring anyone because they are afraid it may cause drama with his ex, Leslie. However, Leslie has also indicated she is bringing a +1, so it's very hypocritical to ask the OP not to bring someone while still allowing Leslie the opportunity to bring someone herself. Leslie is clearly the one that is antagonizing this situation. She is the one that is solely causing all the drama. But this is not the marrying couple's fault either. They didn't ask to be placed between choosing between the OP and Leslie, and in the end, this is their wedding after all. They are being placed in a difficult situation and are trying their best to find a middle ground. What do you think with this added info? If you think the couple is still in the wrong to ask the OP not to bring a guest, then type Q3 red in the comments. If you think the OP should be the bigger man and acquiesce to this demand out of respect to the marrying couple, then type Q3 blue. Now we come to the final update, which I will split in half. Let's listen.
Update. So I met with Dave this morning. We talked for almost 2 hours about everything. I laid it out that I thought he was, at best, a shitty friend. I went through our long history of various things over the years that has me questioning our friendship. That was the bulk of our conversation. We then turned to the breakup with Leslie and the shit show of the last 6 months. Despite Leslie's craziness, despite the last 6 months, I have bent over backwards to try to accommodate her feelings. She has shown up to my house in the middle of the night. I did not go for a restraining order. When I go out, I do not go to places I know that her and her family like to go to. She has implied to her family and mutual friends at various times that I cheated or that I took advantage of her financially, neither of which is true at all. I have held my tongue to not embarrass her about these things in front of her friends and family. Dave knows all that and yet is demanding, once again, that I put Leslie's feelings before my own. I said you and everyone need to stop coddling her like she is a fucking child.
The OP is having a private talk with his friend Dave, who is the one to be married. He explains of all the crazy actions Leslie has taken after the breakup and how he has been the bigger man in all of this up to this point. She has stalked him, yet he did not seek police help. He actively avoids going to places where she might be, and he knows she is bad-mouthing him, but he isn't clearing his name because he doesn't want to embarrass her to her friends and family. The OP feels he is bent over backwards in all of this, but him not being allowed to bring a guest to the wedding he is hosting in his own home is the last straw.
However, his friend Dave is still asking the OP not to bring a guest so that there is no drama at the wedding. With how unhinged Leslie has been acting since the breakup, I am sure there will be drama as long as she is at the wedding regardless. I can again sympathize with Dave. He is being brought into something that he doesn't want to be involved in and is afraid his wedding may be ruined. However, Dave does have the opportunity to speak with his fiancée, which is Leslie's cousin, and ask her not to attend if she is the one who is causing all the drama to begin with. But either Dave doesn't have the spine to ask this of his fiancée, or he has already mentioned this possibility and the fiancée had already turned it down. If so, then I can no longer side with the couple as innocent bystanders. They clearly know who is the person who is causing all of the drama, but don't have the guts to not invite her. But maybe I'm being too harsh. What do you think? Does this extra information change your opinion about the situation? If you now side with the couple and see that they are being placed in a difficult situation, type Q4 blue in the comments. If you think the OP should continue to insist he be allowed to bring a guest, type Q4 red. Now let's get to the conclusion of this final update.
Dave concedes that Leslie has been crazy and ridiculous since the breakup. But, he says, she feels she did not get closure after the relationship. She wants to have an evening where she can talk to you to get that closure. He also told me that Leslie has been very vigilant about paying off her debt and paid off almost $10,000 of the credit card debt. She wants to talk to me about her progress to see if that might cause me to change my mind. It will not. I asked him, so do you expect me to go to the wedding and talk to her? Because I have her blocked everywhere, and date or not, I do not plan to say a single mumbling word to her. He said, I fully expect she would lose it if y'all do not talk at the wedding. I told him if that is the case, then for the good of my property, I can't have Leslie come. If she is so unstable that I need to be coerced into a conversation with her, she is too unsafe to be a guest in any capacity in my home. So I have told him, based on what he has told me, Leslie cannot come to my house or on my land. I am willing to still have the wedding at my place, but I cannot trust Leslie won't do something given what you are telling me. Dave lost it at this point. He said, F you and your shit, I don't need it. So I said, then the wedding is off. He left. So that is the state of things.
My opinion about the couple has now completely changed with this new information. What about you? I assumed the couple were trying to smooth things down for everyone involved, and they were not really siding with anyone. They just wanted to avoid drama at the wedding. Now we find out that they are in on trying to get the OP to sit down with his ex and try to have a conversation with her in the hopes of getting back together. Wow, they really aren't helping their case here. No wonder the OP's ex is so delusional. Everyone around her keeps playing along with it all. The OP has clearly moved on. He has told his ex and all his friends. Everyone knows, but the ex still thinks she can convince the OP to take her back, and the couple are actively involved by trying to use the wedding itself as the meeting ground between the OP and his ex. The OP has now requested for the couple to uninvite his ex, since Dave has been clear that she is unstable and will insist on speaking with the OP or else she will throw a tantrum. The friend took offense to this and told the OP to forget about the wedding, so everything is now ruined, which I was hopeful would not happen. Who do you think is most in the wrong in all of this? If you think the OP was mostly in the wrong, type Q5 blue in the comments. If you think the couple were mostly in the wrong, type Q5 red. And if you think the OP's ex was mostly in the wrong, type Q5 black. Now let's listen to a few comments.
Well, I think one of your key takeaways from this is that you need to start living your life. Stop avoiding places you normally go to, clarify to people why you broke up, not that you cheated, and put together any evidence of her crazy behavior so you can get a restraining order if needed. You also need to tell people why the wedding isn't happening at your place, as you know they're going to make you out to be the bad guy.
This 1000. OP, there's no need for you to keep doing what you're doing. The whole group, including parents, needs all the details about what happened and what is still happening. If she shows up at your house again, call the police and have her trespassed. Too bad about Dave. He sounds like a big a-hole. You're better off without him in your life.
To add, the day of the wedding is not the time to get closure, and at the wedding is not the place to get closure. Your friends are okay with her hijacking their ceremony so she can sleep better at night? Yeah, that would be a big not happening, any of it, for me.
BS. He wants you and Leslie to get back together. You said nothing unreasonable. The point is not that she is paying her bills now. The point is she lied to you and hid this debt for 4 years. That's the issue. That is crazy your so-called friend is siding with her. He all but tried to coerce you into talking to her at the wedding. They can find another venue if she is that damn important.
Dave wants OP and Leslie back together because Leslie is driving him nuts and wants rid of her. Thanks for the update. Stick to your very correct viewpoint. If she isn't stable enough to attend the wedding without causing a scene, she shouldn't be invited. Your shitty friends need to find another venue for their event, and you gotta tell your shitty friend off. Ultimately, even though it may not feel like it in this moment, this is a win for you. This is the only closure needed from this situation. Your shit ex doesn't need closure. She needs a counselor.
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching all the way to the end and participating. Please consider liking and subscribing to watch future videos. Goodbye.